Aubrey and Elsie brighten their parents' day and take every ounce of energy to keep up with. But becoming parents was really hard for Andrew and Christine Sullivan-Kozer.
What about these?
12 weeks into her naturally conceived pregnancy with Aubrey, Christine was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer.
My daughter did my first 9 cycles of chemotherapy with me, and I finished the last 3 after I delivered her at 36 weeks.
Through genetic testing, Christine learned she passed on a rare disorder that left her and her daughter at a higher risk of developing cancer. Sure enough, Aubrey was later diagnosed with cancer and went through chemotherapy.
Is that funny?
Christine and Andrew were determined to have another child, but plans were postponed for a second child when Christine was diagnosed with a second form of cancer.
Between the chemotherapy that I went through, my cancer diagnosis, and the genetic mutation that I have, we made the decision to pursue that with in vitro fertilization.
An expensive option, on average $15,000 to $20,000 or higher. Insurance did not cover Christine's costs. Ironic, she says, given her battle with cancer.
Insurance covered my cancer costs.
But then when you went over to IVF,
It would not cover a thing. Testing, treatments, nothing.
and that shocks you.
Yeah.
The couple turned to Dr. Ellen Hayes at Kindbody to navigate the ups and downs of IVF.
I would say it's probably about 80% that are seeing me for a medical condition.
Dr. Hayes knows cost is a big obstacle for families. 17 states have some type of requirement for insurance coverage. Wisconsin is not one of them. Former President Donald Trump wants to require insurance companies to cover IVF, but specifics are vague. Vice President Kamala Harris has made women's reproductive rights a central part of her coverage, but no specifics on IVF insurance coverage. Dr. Hayes believes insurance coverage is critical.
Well, just like every other medical condition, I mean, this is a medical disease. And so most other medical diseases, you can see your doctor and you can receive treatment and your insurance will cover that treatment.
IVF becomes political for some with what happens in the lab where eggs and sperm are combined or fertilized to create embryos. In most cases, multiple embryos are produced, but not all are viable or used. It's at this point the question comes up over when does life begin? The Alabama Supreme Court ruled this year that embryos are unborn children. Dr. Hayes worries that definition creates confusion.
When they understand that this type of definition of when life begins can interfere with our ability to freeze embryos so patients can use them later in life for their second baby or third. It interferes with our ability to sample cells from the embryos in order to do genetic testing to prevent terrible diseases in the children.
Twice this year, the Senate has failed to pass the IVF Act to secure access for individuals and allow healthcare providers to offer in vitro fertilization treatments without restrictions. When Christine and Andrew successfully conceived through in vitro fertilization, no one was happier than big sister Aubrey, who turns 5 this week. She knew right away another girl was on the way.
What if it's a baby brother?
No, baby sister.
Baby sister?
Yeah.
Both of our children are miracles. I mean, we were so excited.
Yes.
But Christine worries other families may not enjoy that same excitement because of today's partisan politics.
There's so many nuances, there's so many complications that can happen when trying to conceive with wanted pregnancies that it makes the ability to provide care and the emotions that go with a pregnancy very challenging to navigate and find the intersection.